Toyota Cadence continues to shine a light on the South African cycling industry. As we've seen recently, there are a number of creative thinkers and industrious skilled designers making things happen in a big way. Often the person at the helm of these companies is a passionate rider, which is the case at innovative Cape Town component manufacturing company cSixx Components, where Mark Hopkins' love for riding is in some ways the backbone of the company. This is the story of cSixx Components.
I was puzzling about a name for a new company, chatting to my mate Miles about that. I was making carbon parts, I've always loved carbon, and he came up with the name cSixx. So it's the sixth element in the periodic table of elements. Carbon is the sixth element.
We are a bicycle component manufacturer. We do everything in-house, from concept design to prototyping, manufacturing, quality control, and then we distribute worldwide.
When I was a kid, we built two boats at home, two yachts. Well, my old man built, I irritated and helped him out. From there, I started working with a bit of carbon fiber, made some parts for some motorcycles, and then made a chain guide in the early 2000 I would say. And then subsequently started Leert, the neck brace company with Chris Leert. And then I left that in about 2011, 2012, and started cSixx then with a carbon fiber chain guide. Initially all manufactured in the East using the factories I'd got to know through Leert. You know, the sense of fulfillment or passion in making something myself wasn't really satisfied with manufacturing parts in, overseas. So yeah, it started the long process of manufacturing in-house. Every year we bring another product back. We're busy setting up our composite department now so we can have all our carbon parts in-house. Currently all our aluminium parts are made in-house. That's the passion side of it. It's, you know, I love the manufacture side almost as much as the riding side. You know, having a bunch of guys here where, you know, we can all partake in that is, you know, that's what gives the office energy and why we'll come to work on a Monday.
So myself and most of the other employees here, we've come in from both cycling and design or engineering side of things. So all of us are either studied engineering or industrial design, but also have a passion for cycling.
In terms of new products, I mean, yeah, I've been riding bikes for a while, so you know, I've always had this dream of all the parts I want to make. And then we also always end up with new little ideas that we want to do. The crew's quite vocal. I get shut down every now and then. We all add in, it's definitely a team effort. There's definitely not one person that's got the idea or doing the design or whatever it may be. I think everyone adds their bit to it.
Very chilled, relaxed, but hard-working. So there's no meetings or schedules or anything like that. We all just kind of come together collaboratively and make it happen.
For a mountain bike company or any company to go to the East and put your name on a product, on like an off-the-shelf product, and launch that, it's quite quick and easy. So you know, you can do this and you can rapidly try new products. Whereas we manufacturing it ourselves, so it's a lot more difficult. I don't think we've got to a point where we just flippantly release a product. There's a huge amount of effort that goes into it. So by the time we actually release it to the market, it's been used a lot. So, you know, we do play around with little prototypes here and there and faff around. But yeah, by the time it hits the market, we're pretty sure it's going to work well.
The whole journey of being able to think of something while out on a trail or hearing problems that other cyclists are having and be able to, basically it starts here, sit down in the morning, have a cup of coffee, spitball a few ideas and then go from there, you know. Brainstorm stuff, 3D print, prototype, test it out, and following that whole process from beginning to end.
We all ride bikes, love bikes, and got this amazing opportunity to manufacture parts for bikes. You know, it's definitely a culture of, you know, what did you do this weekend, what did you break, you know, that sort of thing, what can we improve. So, you know, we spend a lot of time on that. We've got the kitchen set up in the office. I think it was probably the first thing we actually built in this office was the kitchen. You know, because we all sit here around the coffee machine. Sounds like a bit of a cliche, but in our case, it actually, we do spend a lot of time around it. I think it's really cool because everyone in the company's got a slightly different angle on the passion of riding. So some guys love the jump tracks, some guys love dyno, some guys into gravel. You know, and everyone brings that little bit of flavor to the company, which is great.
And then one thing that's very important here at cSixx is the every week shuttle day. So we knock off a little bit early, we head up to the Glen, which is our local spot. That's a really cool, steep, technical, fun, always changing trail. And that's where, yeah, we go and have some fun, hit some jumps, shred some trails, and test our products, obviously. So yeah, the Glen is quite rough, and it's seen a few broken bike parts here and there. And that is our weekly ritual without fail.
You know, the passion is making parts for riders that are going to enjoy them. And because everyone does a little bit of everything in terms of the sport, the brand has gone from a downhill brand to now a cycling brand, where, you know, it encompasses everything. You know, we've taken on the gravel passion now. We're making gravel rings for the guys. We're going to do some tool kits for the gravel riders, travel riders, etc. You know, our first stems will be for the enduro guys, but then, you know, we want to expand those stems into road, gravel, etc. And then obviously every now and then, you know, we dip into the downhill side and make something nice for that, you know.
So we have quite a strict QC protocol, and that runs throughout the production process, from as soon as we get the raw material through every single step. After it's made, we have got various test rigs that check the durability of that. And then we've also got a whole bunch of athletes who we give chainrings to, and they go and test these chainrings, go race overseas, and give us all kinds of feedback.
We've got a huge amount of support from the South African cycling community, which is incredible. You know, we planned on launching internationally a couple of years ago, but, you know, just every year the sales increase in South Africa, and pretty much been blown away by that. You know, I think people love supporting local. You know, love supporting a company that does their work here, and we really appreciate that.
Our bread and butter is chainrings, narrow wide chainring. After that, I would say our carbon wheels, and then we also do a bunch of other parts, so handlebars, FOMO tire inserts, chain guides, little accessories like top caps. The range is growing day by day.
Our chainrings are machined from a block of 7075 aluminium, you know, the highest quality aluminium we can find. We've got two operations that we basically do. So we machine the one side in the first operation. We then flip that piece of aluminium, bolt that down on a specially designed jig that holds it nice and securely. And then we run the second operation over that. From that chainring then will end up going into a tumbler, which will then take off any burrs. And then from that process, we'll then get that anodized. It'll come back from anodizing, which we hope to have in-house soon. And then it'll go to laser etching, where we then put all the branding on the chainring.
So we have about 200 different chainrings that we make to ensure that we have something to fit everybody's bike.
We started with that because we knew we could scale that throughout the range. You know, we've now got the manufacturing machine running, and, you know, just this year we've added a couple extra new product ranges. And I think for us, the exciting time's coming now, where, you know, we've got the bread and butter of the chainrings running well. You know, we've just finished prototyping a stem. We've got that Derailleur Cage that's rolling nicely, and there's lots more ideas.
So the Derailleur Cage was an interesting one. It started out with, you know, us, we ride quite aggressive trails, and we were bending or damaging our cages, so we just wanted something a little bit stronger. But about a third of the way through that project, this whole pandemic came about, and there was a massive shortage globally of parts. So this ties in quite nicely, as we're able to fulfill that void with the upgraded, beefier version.
Now we've got the ability to add a couple more machines here and there. We've just added laser etching, for instance. We're hoping to get anodizing up and running soon. You know, so then it becomes super exciting. You know, we can take a block alley, put that on the CNC the one day, laser etch and anodize the next day, and, you know, have a fully functioning product within a week. You know, so that's the exciting part, and from that we'll start getting more and more innovative, exciting new products popping out.
The CNC machines are the most powerful tools that we have at the moment. They're extremely versatile, and they allow us to take basically a block of aluminium and make almost anything out of it. So all of our chainrings are made one by one, and those machines are extremely precise, allowing us to make a super advanced tooth profile that aids in less wear and friction and an overall just better drivetrain.
So our bikes are all 3D printed on FDM 3D printers. We've got a bank of 5 of them. So we print them up in little sections and then we glue them all together. It's not something you can ride, but what we do is we do it. We've managed to find quite a nice color, this metallic silver, so that you can see the lines of the bike, see the look and feel of it, to make sure the light's falling correctly on the frame, and then also to bolt all the parts on and make sure everything fits and aesthetically it looks correct. You can kind of see what you've designed through the years.
As you can see, all around, everywhere, there's prototypes, bicycles, 3D printers. Everything's happening around us all the time, so it's very engaging for everyone here. And you know, somebody's busy with a sketch or a new design, everyone kind of jumps around, collaborates, sees how we can do our little bit and piece towards it.
Another aspect of the business is the design consultancy side, where we design for 2 international bicycle brands, mountain bikes and road bikes. That's also pretty exciting. You know, it's not something we sell, we design for a fee. It gives us a lot more output for our creative energy, I would say. We get all the samples in, you know, we build them up, we ride them. It gives us ideas for products for those bikes, and that's our long-term goal at the end of the day, is to start manufacturing bikes in-house. We're starting with our carbon parts, our bars, the wheels hopefully will be soon, and thereafter bikes, and that's the ultimate dream.